Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I understand the concept. I understand when you're supposed to buy and like when you're supposed to sell. But the challenge is, how do I identify where that line should be drawn?
Okay, that's all right. So,
Yeah.
you asked a very valid question, and as a matter of fact, it's part of what we're going to talk about today. Where to identify precision support and resistance. So it's on one of my slides. Okay,
Okay, all right, sir.
good. So we'll look at it. Any other question from yesterday? Any other question from yesterday? Jeffrey, Frank, Eve, um,
Yes, please.
yeah, any
I have
question?
started watching the 10 hours video you sent,
Okay.
and I think he broke down a lot of things. I'm just done with about and he spoke about how to know the pairs, how to pair the currencies and go. But I think we have not gotten there yet. As yet,
No,
please.
yeah, what we are doing, we won't be able to cover all that. We should study all those things before we get to what we are doing now. Okay.
Okay,
So
okay,
that's why I did a good job to research. And he's someone I've been following or kind of learning few things from these days.
yes,
And when I saw he has compiled that 10 hours video, having everything from start to beginning, okay? Not start to
yes,
finish, it's start to being a beginner or having the
yes,
foundation. I saw that
yes,
this is going to help all of you. So please, I have watched, I think, 4 hours. I've not
yes,
finished watching. Yesterday, I spent the whole of my night watching. So and I'm also learning a lot because most people come into trading not having formalized knowledge. Okay,
yes,
so most people will learn jump from one mentor to the other, or probably learn put pieces together, learn from YouTube somewhere else and all that. And but so we skip a lot of the foundational concepts and understanding that will help us to have a good, solid foundation in this
yes,
industry. Great. So you have to combine watching that and learning all the bases from there, and then what we want to gain from our 4 days class here is is mostly introducing us to price action, like how you can be able to the skill set, like how you can be able to technically view the market or analyze the market. Okay,
yes,
getting the basis for that. That's what we are doing right now. But trading is you have to first develop the mindset, a good mindset, which is the psychological part that helps you to manage risk and everything, which is a problem of most traders. Okay, and if you master that, then you are on the road to being successful.
please,
There
can you
is
touch on that again? As
I'm
in,
I'm,
go
I'm
deeper
talking
on that.
about mastering or having a good mindset to trade.
Yes,
Number two is the skill set, which is more of the technical analysis and the skill itself. Okay. And number three is tool set. What are the additions, the resources, the additional tools? What are the things people use a whole lot of other tools or resources in addition to the mindset, the skill set? And with these three set of sets, you would be able to probably be a good trader. So we are only looking at just a little bit, a little part for what we are doing in these 4 days. Um, Great. So you keep watching and make sure you watch all. Any questions that you have from there, you can ask them in the group, or probably you ask them when we join for our class. Great. Any other question? Let me give chance for the last person. Do you have any question, Frank?
It's Frank that just spoke.
Okay, great. I thought it's Jeffrey. Um,
And please,
any-
when you talk about the mindset, I want you to, for instance, what's your mindset about trading?
yeah, so
Maybe
mindset is
you have developed
more
the,
of psychology, is the
yes,
psychological part of trading. So psychology is I mean trading will reveal whether you are greedy, whether you are patient, and whether I mean a lot of all the emotions that makes you a human being. Trading will review those parts. And
yes,
mostly so for example your tolerance. Also, we human beings, we are conditioned by evolution, by birth, by life to survive. Okay. So that mentality, we want to survive. Okay. So in trading, you have to you face a different trading, you have to manage risk. Okay. So let's say you are
yes,
in a loss, you're taking a trade and the trade is in a loss. Okay, normal psychology or human psychology, the normal thing will tell you that you don't want to close on a loss, or so you want to hold the loss. But if you are in profit, you are like, let me close a little profit. At least, hey, this is $10, this is $20, this is 200. Okay, so you are quick to close profit and you take time to accept loss. All these are part of the human nature. And those mindsets doesn't work when it comes to trading. Okay, so
yes,
emotion, if you bring emotions into trading, you will not be successful. So that is a whole aspect, and mentors have said that psychology or mindset is about 70%. Okay, the skill set is like 20%, and then the tool set is 10%. Okay, so you can see that the psychological aspect, the emotional aspect of trading, the cognitive aspect of trading, your mind, okay, mindset is the most important part. But as a beginner, you need to focus on the tool set, sorry, on the skill set, get the technicals, pay more attention to the chart. Okay, stay on the chart for hours and hours to study. Then come up with an edge. When you are able to come up with an edge or something that works, then, but alongside, you have to be developing your a good mindset to be a trader. Then you can now, because if you learn the skill, it cannot be taken from you. Like for me, let's say, for example, I learned how to play the keyboard. That
yes,
thing is with me forever. So
yes,
if you learn the how to analyze the market and you are a good technical specialist, or you are able to do that, it can never be taken from you. So when you get to a stage, you need to now spend less time on the chart, less time monitoring the chart, less time analyzing, and then you focus on your mindset and also the additional resources or tool sets that you can add to this skill that you have so that you'll be able to move it forward. So it's a whole lot of things that as you guys are new, you now you get to know you get to know as you move on.
yes.
Good. So let's go on. Ichena, do you have any more question? Do you have any more question, Ichena? Great. So today we want to go a little bit deep into what is precision support and resistance. What is precision support resistance? Um, so precision support resistance, this term has been formed or coined by myself based on my observations and what I see as an edge. on the chart as I keep analyzing and looking at the chart. I I also call it magic, but there is nothing hope or magic about trading. So I feel like it's better to call it precision. When it comes to, and that is something that is, um, I mean, it's embedded in the general concept of support resistance, which is the basic or one of the basic concepts that has been with trading from time to now. So for you to be a trader, you need to understand simple support resistance. Okay, great. So support resistances are known to be zones. That is what our mentors tell us. It's a zone. Okay, they don't tell us that it's a line. Okay, they tell us it's a zone. So if you are viewing support and resistance as a line, you always draw a line, you end up failing most times. So you view that they teach us to draw support resistance as zones. Zone means that is you can measure a point to another point where price reacts always within that range of price. Um, but within that zone, if you study the chart closely, which I will give an example, we will look at a real chart example. But if you look at the zones well, you will see that there is always a particular price or particular um, tick of prices where exactly price has reacted or moved or taken off or impulsively made a distribution or like went off multiple times. Okay. And that is the exact price that I have been looking at and watching and naming that price as a precision support resistance, which I use a line. So within the zone, I will now use a line to represent that precise price. Okay. So we will want to learn the characteristics about this precision support resistance within the normal resistance support zones. So how I have defined it is that it is a dynamic zone or price that draws price to itself and distributes it off as both support and resistance. In other words, that specific price, okay, draws price to itself. That is number one. Two, it also distributes price from buying and selling powers. Okay. So that same price can be used for a buy, and that same price can be used for a sell. This price zone acts as both support and resistance. But the edge here is that we want to see the support get weakened. Then we take advantage of it and use it as a resistance. That is the edge. Or we want to see the resistance get weak so that we use it as an edge. We use it as a support. Okay. So that is the insight here. At this price, it is required to see or have an indication. This is very, very, very important. An indication is typically a full momentum body closing above or below this price or line. The indication can also be seen as either a BOS, a break of a structure, okay, inside that line, that a break of structure that takes us either below or above that line, or a liquidity grab below or above that line. So the BOS and the liquidity graph aspect is a little bit complex, but what I just want you to learn from here is that we are required to see a momentum body close always at this precision support resistance line. And that means that there should be a full body close or close below or above. Where to identify this? One, at key levels. Okay. So when we talk of key levels, you can view that as demand supply zones, swing highs, swing lows. Okay. And normal support resistance zones. These are the key levels. It's better to draw this from the higher time frames and then mirror them through top-down analysis. So you can draw it from daily time frame or weekly time frame. You draw the lines and then you keep refining and move into 4 hour, 1 hour, 2 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and then keep drawing these lines. Okay. But what I have personally observed is that the higher the time frame, the better it is. Okay. So in order not to make your chart sound like there is a lot of lines on it, you have to try to keep a very minimum number of lines and keep a particular range of price that you will be dealing with when you are trying to frame a setup. Number two, it can be found typically in a ranging market or consolidation zone when the market is ranging or consolidating. So in this situation, you have to mark the highs of the range and mark the lows of the range. I will show you all that in the rear chart. Number three, within a swing range or structure. So yesterday we learned, I think we introduced ourselves to all this. What is a swing range or a swing structure? Then the last one is where price has impulsively been distributed off. Okay, so any place where you have seen that a big move started from, a big candle broke out, took off from that place, you can draw a line. Okay, where the breakout happened, you can also draw the line. You can identify precision support resistance around there. Good. So we will demonstrate this on the chart. What to do at precision magic support resistance? What do you have to do there? One, you want to frame your buy or sell setup around that place. That is one. Number two, you want to look for rejections. Number three, you'd want to look for engulfing patterns. Sorry for the spelling. Engulfing patterns. Engulfing candlestick. Bearish engulfing. Bullish engulfing. Number four, you want to look around where that line is. When you have drawn it, you want to be looking for a swing range that coincides with that line, or okay, a swing range that the line should be within or in a swing range. If you have that, it's good. Now the last one is you want to see if the line is within a discount or a premium zone. Okay, we will demonstrate all this. So now I want us to do a little bit of test right now before we move on. So I mentioned about indication earlier that it's important to see indication As a matter of fact, it is required. So what is indication? And if you're talking about indication, then you are talking about retest or corrective also. So we want to take a little bit of time to demonstrate or explain what indication mean on the chart, what retest or corrective mean on the chart. But before we do that, I just want all of you to share your minds. What is when we say engulfing, what is the meaning of engulfing? So how many people are on the call? Everybody can should take one of the questions. What is engulfing? What is rejection? What is a valid
Please,
high?
can I?
Yeah, talk.
I wanted to try for the golf
Yeah, what is it?
from what you did yesterday. So from my standpoint, I think it's like where two candlesticks form a pattern,
Mhm.
where you can find a trend of a potential trend.
Okay. So that's okay. Um so I feel like if we can look at engulfing as an English word first and then
Okay.
try to get go back to our English teachers and madams to or probably check on either AI or Google or whatever, type on your phone or something like that and ask what is the English meaning of engulfing. I think we can we can get a better understanding from there. So and I get what you mean. Yeah, but let's try to get the English meaning and that will clarify it for all of us. Um, so what is it? Anyone?
So like
Mhm.
surrounding or capturing or surrounding a region.
Good. So let's say
Sorry, I'm
like
driving, so I'm not able to check that.
it's fine. So let's say like so who else has anyone been able to check what engulfing or rejection mean in the dictionary
Uh,
or
Please, it also means so like Mr. Frank said, it means to surround a place or to cover completely or to sweep over.
good. So let's say let's say there is one candle. Let me go to the chart on this. So engulfing is simple, like to totally overcome or overshadow or to take charge, to swallow someone off. Okay. So let's say there is, can you guys see this, please?
Yes, please. Yes.
Good. So what do you think is happening here? Can you see here? Can you all see where I've shaded right now?
Yes,
You
please.
see, there is this red candle, there is this green candle.
Green.
Okay, yeah. So, and then a similar thing is here. And let's extend it to this one, this green candle, this and this side. So we can see that off, if we are taking this last red candle before the green one came in, we can see that after this red candle, the green one engulfed up to the high or the head of the red one. But the next green candle we see here, this one was a red one. This one hit down and rejected. So you can see a shadow or a wick or a line. Okay. So this is what we call rejection. Hit and then quickly quickly like to reject someone is quickly thrown away or thrown off. Okay. And then you can see this one, the next candle, it moved and closed or taken over the red candle, this red candle, and even all the other candles that preceded that red candle. This one, this one. Okay. So this is what we call engulfing. Okay. So the meaning of this is that the buyers are engulfing, the buyers are taking charge, the buyers are overshadowing. Okay. The buyers have overshadowed the sellers. Okay. Yeah. So it's very, very, very crucial for us to understand rejection and engulfing. Rejection. So anywhere you see wick, wick, okay, so you see wick, wick is the line. You can see some of the candles have lines either above them or below them. So let's say this one hit here and rejected off. Look at the wick up to here. It hit here and rejected up to here. Okay, and then after the rejection, the next candle hit, rejected. The bearish candle or red candle came down, then we saw an engulfing. This one moved up and closed at par with it. Okay, so these are things that you want to see around precision support resistance. Am I clear? Am I getting somewhere?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah, you
But
want
please, when you say rejection,
uh-huh.
is it like a flip? When you say rejection, is it like it flips from maybe red to green or something?
Yeah, it depends, but sometimes it depends on the time frame you are using. A 15 minutes candle can reject from a red candle and then move up and close on a green candle. Yeah, it depends. But what we want to see is it hit a particular place and then it um I mean, so let's say why did it reject here? Okay, it's rejecting here because there are buyers. There
Okay.
are buyers here. Okay, so
Yes.
Frank is just sitting here with $1 million. So once, let's say, Uchenna brings in $100,000 from here. Uchenna brings in $100,000 from up here. So you can see price engulfs and takes out all the lows here, the red line, and kept, you see the series of candles, very big. Okay, this is a 1 hour chart. Then it hits here. Frank enters the market with $1 million. Boom. Then it rejects. Okay, it means that there are people with huge volumes of money here, buyers here. Okay, so for us to know that the buyers are really going to stand, one of the things that we can use to characterize them is the engulfing. So rejection will give you the indication that some people are there, either sellers or buyers. But the engulfing is a good way for you to know that they really mean business or they really want to take charge. Do you get my point?
Yes, please.
Perfect. And these are things you would want to see around precision support resistance. We might go off in 1 minute, 2 minutes, I don't know. But when we go off, just wait for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and I'll get you a new link for us all to join again. Okay.
Okay.
So because we have important things to discuss right now. So
Thank you.
um, I want us to, so now we have explained what rejection is, what engulfing is. We want to understand what is a valid high and a valid low, what is found below swing lows and above swing highs, okay? And then what is a valid swing range, okay? We want to find out all these things because these things are very important for us as we are framing a setup around precision support resistance line. Then from there, we will now go back and we will practically use this points that we have defined here as to where we can find or draw this line, and then we will go on the chart and do examples of following, like, okay, we identify key levels and then we can draw our lines. Okay, so to start with, I would want us to, let's go back to Euro USD again for another time. Euro USD, let's go to weekly time frame on Euro USD. Weekly time frame. So let me clear all the lines I have already on Euro USD. Let me clear everything on Euro USD, and let's start everything fresh. Okay, let's start everything fresh. Let's start from down here. Okay, let's start Euro USD from down here. Good. Let's start Euro USD from down here. Good. So what is the requirement? What is the requirement? So I said that, okay, can you all see that I have this red line here drawn here? Let me even take it off. But let's just look at this chart on the weekly time frame on Euro USD here. Okay. And let's look at the point. So one, we are saying that key levels. So it's better from a higher time frame. So now we are on